Hello, everybody. I'm Sophia Parola with the Garden State Film Festival, and I am here with these lovely ladies. They have made the music video, We're Gonna Come Back. We have Janine Molinari, director and choreographer, and Brittany Portman, executive producer. How are you guys? Thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having us.
It's so great. Before we get started, can you both tell us a little bit about yourselves and your part in the music video?
Okay, so Brittany will start.
Just for the
Your part in like what you did in the music video.
Or a little bit about yourself too, whatever you,
Yeah, we could be here all week if you really want us to talk.
Yeah, so I was the producer. I just facilitated crew members, cast members, and worked very, very closely with Janine.
Yes, well, she is not telling you everything because she actually, if it wasn't for Brittany, we would not be here right now. Besides being the executive producer, she literally did all of the organizing and putting so much together. This I am Janine Molinari, I'm the director choreographer, but this was a massive undertaking because we did this during COVID. So my role in this was as a director, and also I had an associate choreographer as well. But we did this, we created this together. The idea was from both of us, so.
Wow, amazing. And yeah, I noticed you did it during COVID. The filming, the streets were just desolate. They were empty. When did you guys first decide, let's make this music video? And then when did you guys start filming?
Well, the song came about by a dear colleague here at Open Jar Studios in Times Square. He's a composer. His name is Don Alden, and he wrote this beautiful song called We're Gonna Come Back. And he let me hear it. And the first time I heard it, I was so moved. I was moved to tears, actually. And I was like, oh my gosh, please let us do this video using the song. And I immediately contacted Brittany because we've known each other for many, many years. And she was like, let's do this. We need to do this to inspire everyone. We were all feeling a little down. Everything was closed. I was still working here in Times Square, but there was nobody here. It was so desolate. And the big decision happened to be that Brittany was a Broadway kid growing up, and my company trains and coaches Broadway kids. And she was one of my kids. I was doing this when I was 4, by the way.
One of the first kids.
Yes, she did the national tour of Annie, and so we've been working together for a long time. Then she became an adult, and we continued our work together creatively. And we decided to do this because so many of the students who I work with were currently on Broadway, young students under the age of 18, about to either open in a Broadway show, were currently in a Broadway show, or had just been cast in a Broadway show, and COVID happened. And some of them we knew would never see their opening night. So that's really where the idea came from.
Yeah, and we were also able to do it like right before everything opened up on Broadway. We did it during the summer. So at the time, you know, some of the kids were like either like in rehearsal, and then like when they were in rehearsal, they just come and do the music video. So we were just very lucky that we did it at the time, so that by the time Broadway opened, that we would have something to share.
Yes. Wow, so this was summer of 2020 you guys filmed?
Yeah, it was actually
2021.
Yeah, 2021. The planning actually started earlier than that. The planning started probably about March, I would think. And we went into production around April, May.
Yeah.
And Broadway had not opened yet. And we were actually the first people in a Broadway theater.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, let me first say, Janine, you are looking amazing. I cannot believe Brittany was your student as a kid. Let me just say that. That's just me talking. That wasn't one of my interview questions.
It's true.
But Brittany, I would love to ask you first, you were executive producer. So much was going on in this music video, a lot of moving parts, dancers, singers, children. What was it like producing this? Like, how long did it take to put it together? How did you get this together?
Oh my gosh, we put it together fairly quickly. In terms of like pre-production to filming, it was a matter of days, honestly, because we had like talked about, you know, doing it for a couple months, but in order to get like everybody in it like the same time, you know, we had to plan that in advance, and it just all came together super quickly. But it was definitely like, you know, a lot of craziness going on, but you know, just when we were seeing like the actual footage, it was just unbelievable.
We didn't sleep at all. Like,
yeah,
there was no sleep or eating. We lost a lot of weight. It was the best diet ever.
You lost weight, I gained weight.
I was like, I haven't eaten in 5 days.
Oh my gosh. How long did it take you guys to film the whole thing?
3 days.
3 days.
We did it in 3
Oh
days.
my gosh.
We did it in 3 days, and it
That is
was
a lot to do in 3 days.
we had COVID specialists on with us as well. I mean, we had these kids and they had to get tested every single day, and it really it was complicated because of everything that we were really going by the book, you know. We followed all the SAG guidelines after guidelines, and we had someone with us at all times.
Wow. I mean, one of the things you see in the credits are the kids singing in the recording studio with their masks on, which is amazing that they were able to like project and sound so beautiful with masks on. So what was the steps? Did you guys like record the song first and then film, or like what was the steps in this music video?
Yeah, so we recorded the song first.
Well, actually, no, we didn't. Well, we only recorded the leads first.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, this is an interesting story.
It's been a while, so
It's
my
been a
memory's
while.
still shot.
The first step was that we had the original song sung by the composer, and then we knew we had to re-record it with all the Broadway voices. So we cast the 3 leads. 2 were in on Broadway in the show Sing Street, which had closed and never reopened, and then the girl Annalise Scarpacci was starring in Mrs. Doubtfire, which had also been closed.
Oh, wow.
So they are the 3 leads that you see, and they did pre-record before we started, so we had their voices. However, when you see the kids at the end, that was all during the filming of this whole thing later in the day. So we were up like from 1 o'clock in the morning shooting in the streets of New York.
Oh my gosh.
Until like 10 or 11, and then we headed downtown to the studio, the recording studio, and then they recorded all their voices. So
Wow.
it kind of all happened in real time. Even when you see in the theater when they're pulling the plastic off the chairs, we were only allowed to do that once because it's a Broadway theater, and that happened in real time. 1 shot, that's it.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love hearing about this process. And did you guys have to like do a lot of rehearsals for the singing and the harmonies? I don't know anything about singing, but like how many rehearsals, like what'd you have to do to get the voices and the sound where it needed to be?
Well, we had a music director, and
he took care of all of
yes,
that.
thankfully, his name was Joe Baker. And another beautiful thing about this video is so many people gave their time to this, and he was one of them as a Broadway music director. And he worked with all of these kids from the Broadway Youth Ensemble. That's who you're hearing and seeing at the end sing. And he had been rehearsing them probably only for 2 weeks. Brittany's right. This came together so fast. We knew that with the COVID procedures, we couldn't really take a lot of time to do this. We had to move fast.
And how did that work with the choreography, Janine? Like there was a lot of dancing in this. How fast did you have to move for that? Where'd you come up with the steps?
Yeah, super fast. A lot of it was done literally on the spot in the street with my associate choreographer. We cast the dancers the day we shot. So the adult dancers were cast like several days before we shot it. We had 2 rehearsals with them, and the kids, I think we had 1 rehearsal. Most of what you see those kids doing was improv in Times Square when they're doing all the tapping. I was kind of yelling for them like, go, and calling out things, and they were improvising. So most of what you see the kids do is improv. And then you see the final dancing in the theater, and we only had the day of and maybe 1 rehearsal prior to that for an hour. These are professional kids who really know what they're doing. So, I mean,
props to all of them. Made it look beautiful, and you guys for putting this together. That's amazing in such a short time. Because there's a lot that's happening in this music video, and it's a lot of fun. Like, how was it being on set? It seems like it's so fun and so charismatic and so creative. Like, what's that like being there while you guys were filming? Even though I know it was stressful and you guys were doing a lot, but did you guys have fun?
Yeah. No, but you're right. It was fun, right?
It was. I mean, there were times where I just wanted to jump in and like dance along with them, truthfully.
Yeah, you did.
I remember that.
And I did too.
Yes, because that was like the last day when we did that. And it was like with the whole crew.
Everybody was dancing in the streets of New York because we had the music blasting. And, in order for this to really make it work, we really had to, we didn't have to dig too deep because we all had been in COVID for so long, and we all couldn't, we couldn't move. Dancing was restricted for so long, singing. And once these kids got out, this is the first time they were performing. Everybody just let loose. So as a director, honestly, I didn't have to do too much other than just like everybody was so excited to finally be performing again. So it was really organic. Yeah.
Wow. That's so lovely. And I mean, I had no idea that these were all like Broadway actors, singers, and dancers because a lot of them weren't working for years. And yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Like it must have just been so amazing to finally get out there and perform. I'm happy that we're capturing it all on this in this music video. I'd
Yeah.
love to know and wrap us up with this interview how you heard about the Garden State Film Festival and how does it feel having We're Gonna Come Back, screen this year at the 20th anniversary.
Well, we are so excited. We are like, of all the festivals, this is our favorite festival. How we heard about it? Well, I'll let Brittany talk because she has a history with the Garden State.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So I work along with Janine's husband, Tony, and we had a project a couple of years ago called Hooked that was a short film at Garden State. And it was just like the most incredible experience. And also Tony was in a film that was in Garden State. Team Marco played there, right?
I think so. I think, yeah.
Something like that.
But
yeah.
but we had, and I had experienced it as just an audience member and had been to many film festivals, and it's really one of my favorite. I've always saw beautiful work there, and I've attended all of the workshops and the new readings of new screenplays. So this was really exciting to be accepted into such a prestigious festival. We are so excited to be part of it and so honored, truly.
Oh, that's so amazing. I'm so happy to hear you guys were there before and you're coming back because it really is like family. Like I love when people keep coming back and submitting to the Garden State Film Festival. It's such great people. Well, I mean, this music video is amazing. You can tell how much passion and happiness you guys have and put into this music video. Congratulations to you both and to everyone involved. It's a beautiful piece of artwork and that's amazing what you guys did in this crazy time. I'm happy people made beautiful art during, such a crazy time.
Exactly. We had such a beautiful time doing it, and we feel we think we've lightened a lot of spirits during this by showing this. So we were very excited to show the Garden State Film Festival community this our project.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to end this off too, because it does lighten the spirits, and I think that that's exactly what we need right now. So I hope this lightens the spirits of everybody watching at the Garden State Film Festival. Thank you both so much. Let me tell everybody watching how they can see We're Gonna Come Back. It will be on virtual. You can, if it's all virtual pass, and access them online. But if you want to see this in person, it will be screening at the Asbury Hotel in Asbury Hall, Saturday, March 26th in the film block 12 to 1:45 p.m. So definitely check it out. I hope you guys will come back to the festival. I'm assuming you will, because we all love it. Amazing.
Oh no, we'll be there. Yes, we are definitely going to be there with a lot of the kids.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so great. It's going to be an awesome screening. Thank you both so much. Congratulations again.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.